Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is 1, 2, 3. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nisrina Khairunnisa. Here, I will present about the difference between steel and iron. First of all, I will explain about how, if you don't know the difference between steel and iron are important materials in a construction. Both have their own use, advantage and disadvantage. So, if we are contractors, we don't know the difference, a building will not be good and strong, because there could be a misplacement of steel and iron. It will be fatal. Then, I will divide the difference between steel and iron in 5 fields. First, in the field of forming materials. Second, in the field of strength. Third, in the field of rust resistance. Fourth, in the field of weight. The last one is in the field of availability and price difference. First, forming material. Iron is a pure material that comes from nature and in the world of science is referred to as ferrum, whereas steel comes various mixtures of chemical elements, for example, aluminum, zinc, and other components. The second is strength. The strength of iron is higher than steel. Why is that? Iron is stronger than steel because of the higher the carbon content, the higher the strength, like iron, which contains more carbon than steel. The third is the difference between steel and iron in the field of rust resistance. Based on its resistance to rust, iron tends to oxidize more easily. In addition, iron is also very easy to rust at the end of its processing. On the other hand, steel tends to be more resistant to rust. Fourth, in the field of weight, steel is not as heavy as iron. The advantage of this steel is also very profitable, because it will make it easier for craftsmen and collieries to assemble the building framework. On the other hand, the greater weight of the iron becomes a problem for craftsmen and collieries when starting the construction process. The last one is the difference between steel and iron in the field of availability and price. Iron can be found freely in the natural environment, usually from iron ore mining, and its availability can be limited in a certain period of the time. But where the iron ore mining place, in Indonesia, iron ore mines are found almost throughout the archipelago, but there are 4 large iron ore producing regions, namely Sumatra, Java, Kalimantan, and Sulawesi, where steel must undergo a process before being made and used. Therefore, the price of steel tends to be more expensive than iron, which is widely available in the market. So that's all my explanation about the difference between steel and iron. That's all my presentation. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.